Good morning and welcome to a brand new edition of the Dumoy Factor. The party that was hastily built by discredited businessman Benoni Wilfred UREY to contest the 2017 election. The All Liberian Party is now falling apart. In one day, 8 senior national executives of the party resigned and made their resignation public. They stated selfishness, disrespect, and a general lack of vision of the party's leader as their reasons for leaving. In this edition of the Dumoy Factor, I will probe further. Let's begin with a video from the ALP executives who walked away yesterday. One second is coming up.
Political leaders to build consensus and present a ticket to the Liberian people by December of 2020. Unfortunately, this was not achieved. In the event of not building a consensus, we were under obligation to organize a primary to elect our ticket. Another process which is yet to occur. On Thursday, December 23, 2021, the National Executive Committee of the All Liberian Party convened to decide the future of the ALP and the CPP. This process of keeping a united CPP together has been undermined, and as patriotic Liberians, we must rise up and do the right thing. We will not be cattle-driven creatures or pawns in a game of chess. There has been many instances where our party has been mismanaged and wrongly directed. Many officials have been mistreated, and this brings us to the end of the road. In this light, we wish to inform all our supporters in and out of Liberia that we did not, and we will not support the disintegration of the CPP, which we spent sleepless nights to build. This collaboration was built on our sweat, blood, and tears. We shall not participate in this breakdown to satisfy the personal gains of anyone. We believe that Liberia is above all, and the motherland must be first. In view thereof, we take this time to inform all our supporters of our decision to terminate our membership with the All Liberian Party, effective today, January 5, 2022. We want to say a big thank you to all those partisans who gave us their support and loyalty during our time of service. In the coming days, you all will be informed regarding the direction we shall take in our political sojourn. Be ye assured that our decision will be one in the interest of moving Mama Liberia forward, as we cannot continue doing the same wrong things and expect right results. Done in the city of Monrovia on this 5th day of January 18, 2022, signed John J.P. Zoraga, Riverside County, D. Alex Kofa, Sando County, Miara Famole, Grand Cape County, Mohammed O. Sharif, Lofa County, Margaret Cooper, Grand Jida County, Alfred B.S. Jabo, Margibi County, and chairperson of the Council of Chairpersons, Bob Yeni, Nemba County, Augustine T. Toll, Grand Coup County, in your humble servant, Momo A. Sambola, National Vice Chairman, Mobilization and Recruitment. I thank you.
That was Momo Sambula tendering the resignation on behalf of the officials that are resigning. Before I get into the program, please like the video, turn your settings on your page so that when I come on, you can be notified. Make sure you set your notification, share the video, send people the link, send the link through your contact list, share the video far and wide, and take out time to like the video. A lot of people get carried away by the discussion. They forget to like the video and to share the video. The more interaction under the video, the broader audience will get, because Facebook algorithm will notice that a lot of people are interested in the show, and therefore Facebook will make this more visible. And so it's very important that you share the video within your contact network. And it's also important that you take out time to like the video and then comment. Let me know where you are watching this from, and then tell me if you think the ALP can survive as a political party, if it can survive to the end of the year. And I will tell you why I'm asking you that question. Also, I want to hear your thoughts on why Joseph Newman BOAKAI is staging a fake coup. And so those are very important things I wanted to get out of the way before I start my analysis. Point one, the ALP saw massive resignations yesterday. Those resignations are very crippling, but the problems have always been there. UREY left the National Patriotic Party to form his own party for a reason. People who dealt with UREY at the National Patriotic Party found him to be very rude, found him to be very self-serving. It's either about him or he doesn't care. This is a person that they saw as someone who the MPP government made, someone who was prospered by the government of the National Patriotic Party. And he denied the party his full support. He would associate with the party when his interests dictated. And so people who worked with Bernard UREY at the MPP said to me, they knew that the ALP was going to collapse. People within the ALP report that the party was basically UREY and his family. If you were not a daughter of UREY or you are not a cousin of UREY, you don't have power, regardless of your position. And the party was basically made a instrument, in the hands of UREY to foster his business interest, to foster his family interest. And so when you listen to the statement put out by those executives, that they will not allow themselves to be used for the advancement of anyone's personal interest. What is that personal interest? That personal interest Momo and them are talking about is the interest that UREY is serving in order to get more money from WIA, in order to get proper protection for loans that sell, in order to protect contracts that Tilia UREY has from the government, in order to protect contracts that Daniel UREY has from the government. So it's all about the UREYs and their business dealings. The ALP is not about the interests of all Liberians and the interests of all party members. The name is very deceptive. This is basically a better name for the ALP would be UIG, UREY Interest Group. UREY Interest Group. It is only about UREY and for UREY. And so these executives decided to walk away. That political party would find it very difficult to recover from the executives that they've lost, and who want to go to a place where people are exiting. I mean, there is an exodus away from the party. Someone was laughing yesterday, said the party now has only 3 members. The standard bearer, Tilia UREY, and Henry Costa. Those are the people, those are the diehard people that are still there. But even Henry Costa has cut his own deal with the government of Liberia. He's not relying on UREY. He knows you'll not get a dime if he doesn't push himself. If he doesn't push himself, you'll not get a dime. So that's it. ALP is falling apart and doing so quickly. I knew the party was weak. I knew there was no one really there, but I didn't know that it will fall apart so easily. I mean, in a day, in less than 24 hours, the entire executive committee is thrown asunder. And I think I hear that there will be more defections to totally degrade and render useless the ALP as a political force to be reckoned with. So Lenny Kerry, I think Lenny Kerry commits to the Supreme Court. Lenny Kerry commits to the Supreme Court now. Now that his entire party has left him, because he blames Cummins for his signature being on the CPP deal. Has he called and questioned his lawyers that advised him that the deal was sensible before he attached a signature to it? So now that he took Cummins to court for bogus reasons, his party is almost, useless. Let's see the next crazy thing he will do and how that will lead to further disintegration of his party. ABC is going to court today with his lawyers on this stupid UREY, fraud charges, and I'm sure the lawyers will deal with it. So we just didn't in passing. But the main thing is that the ALP is collapsing, and I think one or two persons still there. Theodore Momo. I think what is Theodore Momo doing over there? Theodore Momo is a very sharp guy. And Theodore Momo is a very sharp guy. Used to be senator in Bapulu. What are you doing down there? What is he doing in the ALP? There's nothing there, bro. That's not a party. I think we still got Theodore there. We got one or two beginning around there. But I think those people will soon be checking out. And we should make sure that they check out and they join. And anybody who can read political language, you will take note of the last line that was read by I think Samuel, the gentleman that read the statement of resignation on behalf of the ALP executives that walked away from the party yesterday. He said, we cannot keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. So you know where he's going. Where he says, in the coming days, they will tell you which way they're going. And so the ALP is totally, and this points to the fact that the Unity Party knows that UREY is so disorganized that he was going to be unable to deliver delegates to the UP in a CPP fight if we were to have a primary. That's why I said we had a de facto primary, and that's why you see Unity Party says they're leaving. But 1 minute, I was told that Mo Ali called on Truth FM, I think a day or so ago, to clarify that the Unity Party is not leaving the CPP, or it has not left the CPP. This is something that contradicts a statement that their executives signed and put out, that they are being empowered to walk away from the CPP. Perhaps they are getting a lot of lashes from within the party. And then now Joseph Newman BOAKAI, who is in the hot seat, because as I understand it, those few United partisans that have resources, people who put money together so that the party can even have a place to squat, because I maintain that they are squatting up on Broad Street, those people are concerned about the chances, the fortunes of United Party standing on its own. And they don't think the United Party should be making agreements and running away from those agreements. And so they have registered their concern. These are not people that appear on radio or on television or write on Facebook the entire day. These are strong Unity partisans in the background, lawmakers and all, people who have been providing finances to keep Unity Party standing. They have concerns. They do not buy the UREY induced extremism that is saying that Joseph Numa BOAKAI should walk away from the CPP. There are the cautious Unity partisans who think that it would be a net negative to walk away from the opposition alliance. One of the other things they're thinking about is the quality of BOAKAI's candidacy. Some people who are concerned about Joseph Numa BOAKAI have said that it will be very damaging for the CPP to disintegrate under Joseph Numa BOAKAI's leadership, or for Joseph Numa BOAKAI to be seen as running away from leadership issues. Joseph Numa BOAKAI in the last 48 hours have come under so much pressure from within the Unity Party circles, and has also come under intense pressure from the general public and potential financiers about the way the current position of the Unity Party makes BOAKAI to look as a leader who could potentially take over the country and move the nation forward. It is a bad advertisement for BOAKAI leadership, because the CPP had problems all along. The whole idea was that now that BOAKAI was going to be chairman, he was going to end the noise, rally the CPP around a singular objective, and stabilize the opposition, and assert himself as a leader of a single opposition slate. This was going to demonstrate to the public. This was going to be a dress rehearsal for the national problems. How BOAKAI was going to, take Liberia over from UREY and transform it. But you cannot have a situation where this supposed wise leader is in charge of affairs and everything seems to be falling apart. This is why the cautious Unity partisans, those who actually have stake, those who make investments in the Unity Party, those who put their money where their mouth is in the Unity Party, those who are much wiser, are telling BOAKAI, don't follow UREY. Don't let UREY get you out of the collaboration. As I understand it, when they took a vote on the subject of whether or not to stay, the side of the Unity Party that wanted to leave, that side that were financially induced by UREY took money from the government and paid Unity Party executives to vote with an extreme position to leave the collaboration. And so those financially induced delegates that voted, or county chairpersons that voted in that manner, only constituted a simple majority. Up to now, they don't have an absolute majority on the question of whether or not to leave the CPP. That is the reason why weeks later, almost 3 or 4 weeks later, since Joseph Numa BOAKAI's Unity Party published a signed resolution by county executives calling for the party to walk out of the CPP, the Unity Party is still there. The Unity Party has not made an official communication to the National Elections Commission or to CPP, because this was the question that someone raised the other time. Because the Unity Party is currently the chair of the CPP, who would they be writing to inform of their departure? And so Unity Party is in this position where BOAKAI is unable to bring everybody together to unite the Unity Party. There is a split there. But Alexander Cummings threw a bomb. When Alexander Cummings was leaving the court earlier this week, he asked where, he said he is shocked by the silence of the chairman of the CPP, Joseph Numa BOAKAI. Alexander Cummings put Joseph Numa BOAKAI on the spot. Why are you quiet as the chairperson of the CPP when all of these things are going on? So for the last 48 hours, Joseph Numa BOAKAI leadership has been under question. So this is what the Unity Party goes ahead to do. And that's why I asked the question, why is Joseph Numa BOAKAI faking a coup? Joseph BOAKAI goes back to his playbook, and he has unleashed through Unity Party propaganda machinery that Ellen is trying to remove him as standard bearer. That is a blatant lie. There is no move. I've interviewed at least 15 sources in Unity Party. There is no move in the Unity Party to throw BOAKAI out as standard bearer at this time. He is simply using it to gain sympathy from people in the Unity Party who have problems with Ellen. And he's also using it to distract from the leadership question. That why is it that under your leadership, the CPP is disintegrating? Why is it that under your leadership, CPP constituent parties are taking people to court on bogus charges and bringing the CPP to public ridicule? Why have you abandoned your duties as chairperson of the CPP? That is the question that Joseph Numa BOAKAI does not want to answer. So Unity Party used online surrogates like Charles Yates and others to plant in the public space that there is a pending coup, a planned assault on Joseph Numa BOAKAI position as standard bearer. There is no such thing. You know, when people are about to fall, especially dictators, you know, we can call BOAKAI a dictator because the way he's running the Unity Party. When dictators are about to fall, they create phantom coups. They'll start reporting that, oh, people try to kill me, I escape. People try to kill me, I escape. When a real one happens, Papi, they're not charged you with talking. When the real one happens, they're not charged you with talking. The disagreement in the Unity Party is not about throwing Joseph BOAKAI out as standard bearer. The discussion in the Unity Party is whether or not it is wise to walk away from the CPP at this time. That is the discussion in the Unity Party. And there are people who think not. People who think that if you sign an agreement, if you tell the Liberian people we're going to stay with CPP, do so. That way your credibility remains intact. Is you have a better standing with the voter. Do not betray our people. That is the talk in the Unity Party. No one is talking about overthrowing BOAKAI and taking from him a standard bearership. Joseph Numa BOAKAI has a tenure as standard bearer of the Unity Party. That tenure is going to expire in May. In May of 2022, Joseph Numa BOAKAI has to go to a national convention and seek re-election. That is where that conversation belongs. No one is trying to remove BOAKAI. Not Ellen, not anybody. And so if you want to change the subject about your lack of leadership, Joseph BOAKAI's lack of leadership in the CPP, we are not going to fall for it. I saw it all over the internet. Oh, that there is this plan to remove BOAKAI as a standard bearer of the Unity Party. Joseph BOAKAI's problem is that since 2017, he has not been able to reunify the Unity Party. A disunited Unity Party begets a disunited CPP. Charity begins at home. If he was able to unite the Unity Party, the CPP would be stable. It is his inability to unite the Unity Party that causes all these anxieties that are leading to disastrous political strategies that continues to embarrass both BOAKAI and the CPP. So that's it. The ALP is falling apart. We have reports that that's going to continue. Joseph Newman BOAKAI is embarrassed. He is unable to respond to the leadership questions that have been raised by Cummins and others around his silence at a time when the CPP is disintegrating. It is this leadership issue. It is this leadership issue that he is trying to avoid. So please don't fall for that trick that BOAKAI and them have running on the internet. They have a trick running on the internet that people are trying to remove him from his position just to seek sympathy from the public. There is no attempt to remove BOAKAI. When the real one happening, we will be the ones to talk it. You're not talking about it. We will come and tell the people if you are about to be removed. But right now, BOAKAI is not about to be removed. BOAKAI still has the support of enough executives to remain. And I think he's spreading fake news. The Unity Party is spreading fake news. No one is trying to remove Joseph Newman BOAKAI. I want to follow a few things at the court, so I'll be cutting it short today and moving onward into town. Those of you who are at the court, I know that Kota is at the court, but please call me and let me know what's happening. I'm also going to set off and head to the court and follow proceedings. Follow proceedings there. But yes, thanks for following this morning. That's it. That's what's happening in Monrovia right now. Joseph Newman BOAKAI and his people are spreading all over the internet that there's a plot to remove him. My information is that there is no plot to remove Joseph Newman BOAKAI from the Unity Party. The people are just telling him not to follow UREY, that Bernard UREY is using him to accomplish his own aim. Because UREY contract with the government is very simple. Radicalize the Unity Party, take control of the party because the Pape, get close to the Pape in order to do so. And so you can deceive Joseph Newman BOAKAI supporters to act against his interests by presenting yourself as a BOAKAI supporter. That's it. So the best way that UREY found to get rid of BOAKAI is to pretend to be a BOAKAI supporter so that he has access to party executives that he has now been bribing to take ridiculous stance on national issue. Simple. So thanks for being there. And I will have a longer version of the show tomorrow when we would have received some updates from what's happening in the court and follow up on a few scoops that we have. Thanks for being there. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.